one day each weekend.
Can you restate it? We can hear you.
What about having City Hall open at least one day each weekend? For Sharon.
We actually have talked about, with the turnover in City Hall lately and bringing on new staff, we can specify different hours. So I had already talked to a lot of people about at least making sure that we're there Monday through Friday 8 to 5, rather than taking off Friday afternoon. So looking at maybe, I don't know about one day a weekend, but maybe one day a month on the weekend. You have to look at you have to balance the availability of people, and they're already working a full-time week job. But we have already looked at that, and one of the things I had put as a priority was with needing to hire a new city secretary and a new clerk, we can post different rules, different hours. Okay, Cindy?
Okay, the next question is for Taz. Okay. Who authorized payment of CARES Act money, and were there different amounts for different job positions?
Well, I'd like to know who authorized that too. I've never gotten an answer for that. When I looked into the CARES Act money, hazard pay that was paid to our police officers, all of our police officers were paid $7.08 per hour on top of their regular salary. 2 police officers were paid their salary plus their salary again under hazard pay plus $7.08 per hour. So I question this. I've never been able to get an answer for who approved this.
Bill, what do you want to see improved in Jamaica Beach?
I want us to improve our regulations around the SDRs. I want us to approve the beach plan so we get control of that beach. I want us to have a much smoother running city staff and office. I would really like to see us continue having amenities like we're developing now. These are good things. This is what counts. I mean, a lot of us are retired here. A lot of us have our grandchildren that come down here. I mean, having a swimming pool, a good basketball court, different things for them to do in a decent beach is important. It makes the community. That's basically it. Thank you.
Sharon, what kind of plan will there be if a storm comes through for weekenders? I, of course, a disaster.
Well, one of the things we've already talked about is improving our Blackboard communication system, which has been broken for a while. And so having that up and running, and also when we look at the STRs and the people who hopefully wouldn't be down here if the storm was coming, but working with our police to notify everyone. But right now, our Blackboard communication system is not working. And so as far as being able to notify people of status, emergency plans, and then also if the storm does come through, when we can get back to our homes and what's the protocol for getting back to those homes. So getting that automated communication system up and running is a priority. As well as our website, which has been updated, but I wouldn't say it's been improved. So a lot more needs to be done on how we post and what we post. And there are guidelines out there on how many clicks it takes to get to the information you're looking for. Our website's not in compliance with that. So I've already had lots of people volunteer to help step forward and formulate what our website needs to look like. And that will also help communicating the issues.
Okay, Taz, if elected, how would you repair the divisiveness this election has caused?
Wow. You guys are gonna have to help me with this one. I don't know. I just hate saying it, but I've tried so hard for years to put out correct information by taking videos, by using documents and not relying on hearsay. But there's been so much misinformation put out there that, I don't know, all we can do is just try to keep on putting out the truth and using information that is for what the city decides, use the laws, use the ordinances, and have them readily available so that hearsay doesn't keep going. I read something a while ago that said, a lie gets all halfway around the world before the truth puts their boots on. And boy, have we seen that recently. So all I can do is stick with the truth and try our best to get that out there to everyone. Thanks.
Gil, what is the status of fee parking at the beach?
The status of fee parking at the beach is nothing has been done. We did not form a citizen committee to move the plan forward, and we really need to. Some of the other things that I didn't bring up when I had the opportunity about what would be best, some things I'd like to see us do better. I'd like to see us get our ordinances on the city website. The ordinance has been codified. They've been sitting there in City Hall for at least 9 months. They've not been entered into the city website. Codified is nothing but making them so that you can go and search words. And it brings up everything that identifies with those search words. They don't have any change. They've just been better organized. They've been reviewed and better organized. We need those ordinances. You don't know. You really don't know what ordinances are the rules and laws of the city. And unless they're there where you can access them, you don't know what that is. And it makes it very difficult. That's one of the things for sure. That just really needs to be done. That's basically it. Thanks.
Okay, Sharon, transparency is key in politics. Supporters want transparency. Please explain how you will be more transparent than our current leaders.
Well, first of all, we're going to be allowed to talk at meetings on any topic you'd like to bring forward. But we really are going to use the website. Like I said, we formed. There's already a group that has volunteered to step forward and help us format our website, improve the way we manage our documents so that they're easier to put on the website and not a time burden to staff. But it's really about getting information out there. The other thing someone told me the other day that really resonated with me is the city needs to push information, not wait for the citizens to pull it. So also with more transparency, just filling in more. So posting it out there, letting people know when it's going to be posted. I'd like to do a very informal 15 minutes before each council meeting once a month, where we just, instead of in the formal structure, we just work it as a question and answer, and hey, what are your issues? Let me tell you what we're dealing with. And not just in the structured Robert Rules format, so just a conversation. I know I'd also love to sponsor a breakfast at the park once a month, where we do have to follow Robert's Rules and we can't have a quorum present, so not all of us can be here. But just a lot more communication and talking, not behind closed doors, with all of us here talking to each other. But the website is our key to transparency. And then more informational sessions posted. It's like Taz brought up, we don't really understand the beach parking rules. And, hey, let's put a PowerPoint presentation about that. Let's show everybody what it is. And then make sure that a link to that PowerPoint presentation is right on the website and visible. It's kind of the same with our STRs, and there's a visitor page for Jamaica Beach. I don't ever go to it, but a lot of people do. So why aren't our STR requirements and our ordinances that directly pertain to those STRs a super easy click right there? So, but the other thing is just to let people know more about how we're doing our procurement processes, how we're managing our budget, what's the status of our water lines. And back in my day, we had our project statuses and we had our goal statuses constantly posted. It was right there on the front page you opened up. And you clicked it down to your specific group and there it was. So letting the citizens know all the time where we're at with our budget, where we're at with our projects, where we're at with our procurement status on the projects we do have going on.
This question is for Taz. What was the purpose of the park board and why was it disbanded?
Oh, my park board. I served with the park board for 8 or 9 years, and then was asked to resign. And so I was not involved with the reasons why it was absolved, honestly. We did our best to raise money for, when I was on the park board, we did our best to raise money to put in that playground and that playground. So the monies from that and the monies from HOT was able to, hotel occupancy tax was used to put in those playgrounds. And that was all the hard work we did with doing Memorial Day, Christmas. I was Mrs. Claus for a few years. I'm short enough to do that. I'm getting gray enough here to do that. But I think that we need to bring back the park board. It's a lot of work, but it's a wonderful way for us to get together as a community and have a reason. We need to be together more. We need that. So I'd like to see some kind of program put together so we can be together more. Thank you.
Gil, what is one thing that could be put in place that would ensure transparency in all city decisions?
That's a huge. The right to speak, all citizens, in public, at city council meetings. That starts in moving. That's what the Open Meeting Act is all about. That's what the things that Sharon's talking about, having on our website is all about. That's basically it. And that was a beautiful question, thank you.
Sharon, how do you feel charging a beach access fee will be handled? Will residents pay a yearly fee?
As I said during my opening, a citizen committee would have to be put together to determine the optimum way. That yes, the probable solution to that will be citizens will pay an annual fee. The details have to be worked. Is it gonna be based on your golf cart license plate? Is it gonna be a tag you carry around and stick on your golf cart or stick in your window? I have not looked into the details of the technology options that work best for basically what's going to be a very small scale operation compared to beach parking on Galveston Island or in any other resort town where you have to park in mass. I'm thinking of ski slopes too that have to manage huge quantities. So, like I said, I have not found the optimum way, but yes, there will be a day pass available and a yearly pass available. That's what we've all talked about.
Are we in compliance with the Texas Local Government Code on contracting, auditing, and conflicts of interest? If not, how do we fix it?
Okay, hang on, you gotta say that again to me.
I need to see this.
Are we in compliance with the Texas Local Government Code on contracting, comma, auditing, comma, and conflicts of interest? If not, how do we fix this? Well, if you mean the auditing for our financial, and our annual financial, no, we're not in compliance there. We've not had an audit since 2019. Contracting, I don't know, I've not been privy enough to what's going on. I've asked, but I've not been able to get documents or information, so I can't answer that. And conflicts of interest, I've raised questions. I've studied it, I've looked it up, I've asked other smart people about it. Everything that I'm getting is there is some conflict of interest. I've brought it to the mayor, I've asked about it, and I get no, I get no replies. So I'm at a standstill for that. So I don't know how we fix it.
New mayor.
I don't know, new policies and procedures, yeah. She has the answer.
Gil, what would you like to see done to improve how city council and mayor work together for the benefit of the community?
What would you like to see done to improve how the city council and the mayor work together for the benefit of the community? Well, part of that, in my career, I often had to go. I was never able to select my team. I was given all these different people, qualified people, to do a project and staff it with. My job was to make them work well together and be successful. That's the attitude we need. I enjoyed it. It was fun. When I was thrust into the corporate world with pets, I had to quickly, part of it is understanding their roles and respecting them as individuals, respecting their profession, what they do, what they bring, and then making the team work. That's what we need here. I know Sharon has these capabilities. She's done that. That's why she was successful. That's what we need. That's the one thing we need, is for all of us to respect one another, respect their backgrounds, respect their positions, and use them properly. That's it. Thank you.
Sharon, are you in support of the dog park and fire equipment at the sewer plant?
So, the dog park at the sewer plant, there's pros and cons. And the pro is that we could clearly, without question, use hot tax money to repair the bulkhead that's failing over there. So that's a positive. The negative to that is I'm not sure a dog park is the right solution anywhere. And also, until we get our budget lined out, I don't know where we're gonna, there's no room for amenities until we can all flush our toilets and have shower water. So, sorry guys, those are the priorities. The other thing too that I have not had a chance to look into, and we want to pursue a dog park once again. We will get an advisory board from citizens to review it. But some of the legalities of dog parks concern me. So I'm not sure about all the cleaning issues, if dogs attack each other, and because we're not all full-time here. And our short-term residents will be utilizing it frequently, because so often, I know we had a rent house next door to us, and it's listed as pet-friendly, but doesn't have a fenced yard. So you know what pet-friendly meant to our yard. It will be heavily utilized by non-residents. So the legality would have to be looked at. So I don't shy away from things. Basically, I'm not in favor of a dog park in Jamaica Beach, but I am open to any citizen suggestions, and if that's the push that people want to go, we'll put it on the agenda and we'll work it into our long-range plan, and we'll put a committee together to decide the pros and cons and decide how to move forward as a community.
Tabs, when you began your term as alderman, what do you feel was more of a priority for you? To be an inquisitive watchdog on city hall affairs, or to be involved in the improvement initiatives for the city?
Oh, I've always asked questions. I've always asked questions. And I would like reasonable answers. I think all of us deserve that. But, some of and I've learned to, by asking just in person, and their reply doesn't always, they don't keep their word. So I can't rely on a verbal something. And so then I try to get replies by email, and they just stop replying to me. So I think there's nothing wrong with asking questions and getting reasonable answers. So I guess that's just what I've done all my life, is ask questions. So I don't see that, and to be a watchdog, I've just kind of watched City Hall for a long time. And, just thought that there should be an easier way. It used to be, city council meetings lasted 5 minutes. It didn't make sense to me. I just thought people should have more input. We need to understand better what they're deciding on. Why did they have agenda packets? You know, when I learned that we had agenda packets, there were several hundred pages of related documentation to what was on the ordinances. That help make those agenda items a lot more, made them make a lot more sense. So now we've got those agenda packets to help us understand too. That's all I'm looking for. I hope that is what you're looking for on this answer.
Gil, your diligence about policy issues has brought things to light that others have missed. What else is out there that we need to pay attention to?
Yeah, your diligence about policy issues has brought things to light that others have missed or ignored. What else is out there? What do we need to pay attention to? Somehow we need to do a crash effort to bring our budget audit up to date, all the way through 2022. One of the things there is that we very well may miss our window with the auditor because we haven't been working with her. So she can't get the audit done. So we need to take steps to make sure if we interface immediately with the auditor so that she can do her job. And if we have to bring in outside people to do that, we need to do it. We need to crash it, we need to get it done, and we need that information. We just need to know where our budget really is. I don't think, and I certainly hope not, that there's anything wrong there. It just needs to be reconciled. We need to start off right and stay right. That's it on that. As far as policies, we don't really have a policy and procedure manual at this point, an updated one. And we need that. We need to update our policies and procedures. We don't need to make a big deal out of it. We just need to look at it and do it and put it out, put it on the website. We may not get it perfect the first time, and we have a lot of people here in this community that can help us with that. I know Cindy is a PR person. For instance, we have these people. We can get these things done. We can have good policies and procedures. This is the basis that our staff works off of. This is what's going to make them comfortable, and this is what's going to make them successful. Thank you.
Okay, this is for Sharon. How would you better communicate with the entire community?
Well, one way I think I'll communicate better is I do intend to have citizen advisory boards on really all of our key concerns for the area. So with that citizen advisory board, people talk. So if you've got 5 or 6 people intimately involved in a given topic, then they're going to talk to their friends and they're going to talk to their friends. But also, you know, I intend to put a weekly status update out on the website. Hey, here's the key things that happened this week. It might be 3 sentences long, it might be 3 pages long, and if y'all know the way I like to talk, it'll probably be more like 3 pages long. But letting this, you know, we have internet. So, I also intend to be available. You know, I hope people come and talk to me all the time and share their ideas with me. I have cleared my calendar for the next 2 years. Other than one afternoon a week, I am going to go see my grandbabies in Houston. Other than that, I intend to be up at City Hall a lot. So rolling up my sleeves as much as I need to get this city where it needs to be. I'm prepared to do that. Dale's even learning how to cook. Can sign up. But really, it's the internet and then the citizen advisory boards.
Taz, what do you feel can be done to resolve the tension between the current council members and mayor?
Gosh, why do I keep getting this kind of question? I don't know. I just don't know. I've tried to. Possible. You know, if 2 council members have to work on a project, then they have to work on it. If Sharon, let's say, said, you know, you and Gail have got to work on such and such, you can't have 3, that forms a quorum. But if you have a certain topic and you have to work on it, maybe we could come and find common ground. I would be willing to do that. So, that's all I got for you, I think.
Gil, please explain your approach and ideas for a beach user access fee.
Okay. My approach and idea for the beach user fee was a plan I developed. Basically, plan allocates, when you're coming in Buccaneer, and you hit the beach, everything to the left will be free. Everything to the right will be paid. This allocation was agreed to by the GLOs. And the plan, basically, we went over with them, and they agreed to the plan. What it amounts to is that the paid part, we would charge a resident a fee, a certain amount, yearly, or they could pay daily, just like any other visitor. To comply with the Open Beach Act and Open Beach laws, everything has to be equal. Whatever we do on the paid side has to be the same on the free side. The rights of the citizens of Texas must be protected. They must be given access to the beach. The plan is in compliance with that. It meets all of their requirements. It will take care of our problems. It will give us responsible people out there, and it will give us an income stream to help us manage the beach. That's the gist of it. But it needs to be worked out by a citizen committee. It's something that we would have a committee of qualified people, or people that are really interested in it, develop all the details, generate the plan, get GLO approval, and they want to work with us. They understand small towns like us have this problem because their law says we must have an open beach for all the residents. It's unreasonable. It doesn't meet the test of reason. To alleviate that, they allow us to do things like this. They are in favor of it. They will work with us. That was it. It's basically the plan. And I just think it's best for the beach, best for our community, best for our property values, just best overall. Thank you.
Okay, so it's 4:15, we had said we'd kind of take a break at 4:15, if anybody wanted to go to the other event and ask questions over there. Gil is actually out of questions at this point, there are still questions remaining for Taz and I. We're happy to answer more questions if we'd rather make it just more of a, let's roam and talk. So we're going to do this by vote, okay? If you'd like for Taz and I to keep answering questions, please say aye. If you've had enough, you can say nay. Okay. Yes, the questions are somewhat different. The process works. Okay, the process works. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all again for coming very much. It means so much, and like I said, I would appreciate your vote. I look forward to working with all of you, communicating with all of you and your other neighbors on a regular basis. And hey, we have a great community here, and we're going to keep it that way.